I'm the chairman of the Iodine Deficiency Disorder Committee on One Club Downtown. And for those of you who didn't read my little flyers that I sent out, you have not yet had a chance to read what's on the back of the program about iodine deficiency. Iodine deficiency is the scourge that afflicts many, many children around the world. Billions of people are affected by the lack of iodine in the soil. And Kiwanis International has taken on as its worldwide service project the responsibility to eradicate IDD, iodine deficiency disorders, around the world. It takes a teaspoon of iodine in a lifetime, 5 cents worth of iodine in a lifetime to avoid stillbirths, to avoid creepiness of mental retardation. Iodine deficiency disorders, iodine deficiency is the greatest single cause of mental retardation among children in the world. We have taken on the responsibility to raise $75 million by the year 2000 to eradicate iodine deficiency from the face of the earth. And we are really thrilled tonight to have a wonderful lineup for you. Sandra Matthias with the Columbus Children's Choir. I think you will find these children an exceptional treat. And then following that, we have brought to you a few children from New York. We have 7 children who have performed on Broadway, currently are performing there, and I think you are in for a treat. Now, before I go, because my responsibilities will have been discharged, at 4 o'clock this morning, when I got home from Kinko's, I noticed that I had a typo in the program. The person who finds that first, Dan, see me afterwards, I'll tell you what your prize is. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming, for supporting this. In your program, you will find a pledge card. This project is not going to be successful. It's not going to succeed on its own. We need people like you, like here, tonight to support us, not only for this concert, but as this project progresses from here on, we'll find. Thank you. Sit back and enjoy.
country. November 23rd and the 22nd, we'll be in a workshop with them. So this next piece is a piece that we will be working on with the American Boy Choir. This is a setting of Bach's Bist Du Bei Mir, which is saying, if God are with me when it's time for me to die, then I will be joy. Russian choral group here in Columbus, Ohio for 2 weeks. So we thought it was only appropriate that we take some river songs from America, since our cultural exchange program involves going to Moscow, staying one night, getting on a boat, and going down the Volga River to sing at cities along the way. So you're going to hear Shenandoah and the Boatman's Dance that speaks about a river we all know very well. And then the third one is not so much a river song, it's just fun and dancing that might happen on a boat or at port. It's called Wheel a Bouche. That means dance of the mouth. community garden dances where people go and do lots of square dancing, folk dancing, and there's a band. And the band always takes a break. We've never gone to anything like that. Well, this song came about because when the band would take a break, the dancers still wanted to keep dancing. And thus came this tune, Reel a Hooch, Dance of the Mouth. And the story is that the singers, a group of singers, made the music keep going while the band was taking their break so that people could keep dancing. So if you feel like tapping your toes, it's perfectly appropriate. We had 4 other young ladies join us in Washington, but they're off to college and they graduated from high school and are doing their beyond high school thing. So we would like to do for you 3 selections that we performed at the Courtroom Gallery as well as at the Hungarian Embassy. I was singing in Hungarian, and the words mean the wind sighs, and you will hear the bells ring and the wind blowing. really am very proud of representing people are able to do one time. This next song is written by Gillian Bowen Bartok, and at the beginning it talks about how this person just wanders, aimlessly wandering, and then we'll hear in the second half he gets very agitated because he's lost his house, he's lost his horse, but most of all, they've lost their love, and they just don't know how they can go on, they just don't know where to go, what to do. Oh my gosh. Entitled Come and Sing.
Make you smile.
I'm either going to be twice as long or half as short. Sandy, thank you very, very much. How can people who make music together be enemies? Thank you. Next section of our program, Act 2. We don't have a break here, by the way, don't leave. I'm going to ask two Dans, Dr. Dan Ward and Dan McCormick, our immediate past presidents of our club, to move the furniture. Put that right over here. Move those chairs. I tell you, I've been wanting to do this for ages. Hard to get good help these days. Move these forward just a little bit. How about the place right here? I'm just going to have to do it myself. Move that one forward just a little bit. Well, actually, I wanted to tell you about all of the people that I need to thank. When I conceived of an idea of an evening of music just by children, and I think all of the children who perform tonight will be and have been under the age of 16, and they will be as young as the age of 7. Little Molly Jobe, wait till you see her. Children of the world, children of our community, children of this country for the children of the world. I want to thank just a few people. I want to thank my friend up there, Brian Belair. Thank you very much. Brian is helping us out here. He's been wonderful. We've had about 15 minutes or so of technical time to put this program together for you tonight. You're welcome. Thank you. I want to thank particularly the Opera Columbus, who has used this beautiful grand piano to do justice to the talent that we have here tonight. Thank you to Opera Columbus. Center for giving us this theater tonight at a very, very reduced price. I don't think they're covering their costs. Thank you. Now on to the second half of our program, or maybe the third of our program. You know, I met two of my dear friends here, Bill Russell, who is the General Director of Opera Columbus, and Roger Stevens, who is, Roger, what's your position now? Well, Roger is some big shot in music at Ohio University. He's actually the head of the music department there. And I said to both of them, I always thought that directors had it easy. I'm going to stick to stocks, I tell you this. It's a difficult job. But we are very, very blessed tonight to have the talent that we have had already with Sandra Matthias' kids. And I'm going to ask Eileen Houston to come to the piano and wait until you hear what we have. Cooked up for you for the rest of the evening. Broadway kids for the kids of the world. Take it away, Eileen.
Let us entertain you. Let us see smile. talented troupe of performers. We just heard the angelic voices of the Columbus Children's Choir by Dr. Sandra Matthias. And now we're going to go to Broadway in Hollywood with these talented youngsters, the 7 of whom collectively don't even add up to 100 years of life, but all of whom are seasoned performers. And many of them have already gone on to the great white way of Broadway. And we're very proud of all of them. And we think you will be too after you hear them perform tonight. We thought, what better children's musical, what better family musical to be represented in a program like this than The Sound of Music. And of course, it's a great program, a great show. 7 great parts for youngsters, and if you include Rolf as well, then 8 great parts for young performers to entertain and dazzle audiences. And from that great Rodgers and Hammerstein musical, we're going to hear our troupe of performers do the title song, The Sound of Music, 16 going on 17, and my favorite thing. So the company now in a tribute to The Sound of Music.
But deep in the dark
friend is here. And we thought, of course, who is more associated with children than, of course, the immortal Walt Disney. Over the years, Walt Disney has given us so many wonderful, entertaining shows, from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs on up to The Lion King and all of the great animated features which have enthralled audiences in the 1990s. And now, of course, Disney has moved to Broadway. And we're going to hear two selections from the Broadway production of The Beauty and the Beast, two songs that were not in the motion picture version. We're going to hear Home, sung by Jessica Bowen, and we're going to hear Brother Graham in Need. And then from one of the Disney classics of Cinderella, we're going to hear Lindsay Jobe do A Dream Is a Wish Your Heart Makes. And Molly will return to the stage for the Oscar-winning song from 1947, Song of the South, Zip-a-Dee-Doo-Dah. So, a tribute to Disney.
I'm fire, my little wife massaging my feet, while the little ones play on the floor with the dogs. Oh, we'll have 6 or 7.
Dogs?
No, Belle. Strapping boys like me.
Imagine that.
We'll see that we'll share all that loving part. We will be the perfect pair, rather like my thoughts. You are face to face with destiny. All roads lead to the best things in life are all's well that ends with me. Escape me, there's no way, certain as no rain, Belle, when you marry. So Belle, what'll it be? Is it yes or is it? Oh, yes!
I just don't deserve you.
Who does?
Thanks for asking. A dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. In dreams you will lose your heartaches. Whatever you wish for, you keep. Have faith in your dreams and someday your rainbow riding through. No matter how your heart is screaming, if you keep on believing, the dream that you wish will come
Molly was recently called back with The Sound of Music. Wouldn't she be a wonderful Gretel? Don't encourage her too much. No, that's exactly. I mean, great job, all the kids. One of the trends of Broadway in the last 15 years has been for large spectacles. I think Andrew Lloyd Webber kind of started the trend with Cats, and the cats rising in heaven, and then of course the falling chandelier and the sewers of Paris as the setting for the Phantom of the Opera. The shows just keep getting bigger and more spectacular, and it keeps getting harder and harder for composers and creators to come up with shows that can top the previous one. So somebody said, well, how about a 900-foot long ship that breaks into and sinks after hitting an iceberg? So, and that's exactly what they did. They have taken the historical story of the Titanic and have made it into one of the most talked about Broadway musicals of this year. And we're going to close this half, 2/3 of the program with selections from the Titanic. And after which then we're going to take a brief intermission before coming back for the final segment of the program. So now the finale of our first 2/3 with Titanic.
I'll be coming back to you, darling. But to your dark eyes and head. You married me when I returned. Signed, Fred.
You're all in the woods together, and no one is ever truly alone. Someone is on your side. Someone else is not.
No one acts
While
alone.
we're seen aside, maybe we forgot
We are not alone. Believe me, no one is alone. Truly, we just can't be right.
giants can be good.
You decide what's right.
You decide what's good.
Just remember, careful of the things you say. Children will listen. Careful of the things you do. Children will see and
Children need not obey.
but children will listen. Children will look to you for which way to turn to learn what to be. Careful before you say, listen to me. Children will listen.
Those demons stuck in their brains. Happy they come told.
You go turn and act like you ain't gonna tell. Listen, good catchy ladies in the pit. There are always wolves, there are always bells, there are always beans. We're trying with clothes. There's so many cool woods you go, but then you have to every now and then. Into the woods, no telling when. Be ready for the journey. Into the woods, but not too fast. And what you wish you lose at last. Into the woods to grandmother's house.
Into the woods to grandmother's house.
The way is clear, the light is dim, but now there's you, me, her, and him. The choices look small, the choices look grim, but everything you learn there will help when you return there. The light is getting dimmer.
You think I see glimmer.
Into the woods you have to grow, but that's the way you learn to go. Into the woods to find there's hope of getting through the journey. Into the woods to shine, there's always more to learn on what you know. Into the woods, but not too slow. Into the woods, it's nearing midnight. Into the woods to mind the wolf, to heed the wish, to honor the giant, to mind, to came, to find, to think, to teach, to joy, to go to the festival.
Into the woods. Into the woods. Into the woods and out of the woods.
And happy ever after, I wish.
Nothing's gonna harm you, not while I'm around. Nothing's gonna harm you, sir, not while I'm around. Demons are prowling everywhere nowadays. I'll send them howling, I don't care. I got ways. No one's gonna hurt you. No one's gonna dare. Others can desert you, not to worry. The whistle, I'll be there. Demons will charm you with a smile for a while, but in time, nothing can harm you, not while I'm around. Not to worry, not to worry. I may not be smart, but I can do it. Put me to it. Show me something I can overcome. Not to worry, Mom.
contemporary Broadway shows. The Broadway show Chess was written by Tim Rice, who collaborated, of course, on many great musicals with Andrew Lloyd Webber. We're going to hear I Know Him So Well, sung by the Jessicas, Miss Bowen and Grové. One of a Kind, which is going to be sung by Lindsay Jobe. A show which I hope many of you got a chance to see, Yours Annie, which Metro Music Theater presented earlier this year. And we're going to hear two of the original stars of that production. Andy and Jessica are going to do I Think Myself Up. And then from the beautiful musical Secret Garden, we're going to hear Jillian do Hold On. So, on with the show. I Know Him So Well.
Nothing is so good, lasts eternally. Perfect situations
things that's most difficult is if you're a talented child, you really need to be guided by someone who knows the difference between teaching a child and teaching adults. And all of these youngsters at one time or another have been students of a wonderful teacher by the name of Marjorie Bennett Stevens, who's right up there. That all of these children have enjoyed so far, and we know that it's just only the beginning for all of them. And of course, with a program like this, you couldn't do a program like this without an ace accompanist, and Billy got the best, Eileen Houston. For the last swing of the program, since this is Broadway Kids for Kids of the World, we're going to return to the theme of children. And speaking of which, there's a special child out here tonight by the name of Nicole Kerr, who's celebrating her 6th birthday somewhere out there. So Nicole, happy birthday to you. Dedicating this segment to you and wishing you a happy birthday. There's probably no more quintessential song for a young girl than Summer Over the Rainbow, and it will be sung for us tonight by Jessica Grové. Jessica will remain up here for a longer version of a song which we just heard a little snippet of from Into the Woods, Children Will Listen by Stephen Sondheim. From Alan Menken, the wonderful man who composed so many of the great Disney films such as Beauty and the Beast, Little Shop of Horrors, etc. We'll be hearing God Bless Us Everyone from his Madison Square Theater production of A Christmas Carol. And then a song which Willie Grové found in South Africa. Willie is always on the lookout for music for children when he goes back to his wonderful native land, and he found a beautiful piece that I had never heard before until yesterday. And I know you're going to love it as I did. It's called If I Reach Out My Hand, from a film called The Panic Mechanic. So now the Broadway Kids of the World in a tribute to children of old.
Heaven opens a magic veil.
very special presentation from you, Dr. Dan.
Thank you, Dave.
This is a contribution from the children, Broadway kids, to the kids of the world.
Thank you for extending your hand to all of us here in this room and throughout the world. On behalf of kids from all over the world, I accept your generous contributions to help eliminate iodine deficiency disorder from the face of the earth. Thanks to the generous contributions of all assembled in this room this evening, 200,000 children will not be at risk for preventable mental retardation. First, I would like to thank our world-class performers for their generous gift, their time, and their talent. They all performed free of charge to help the children of the world. We in Columbus are extremely blessed with talented performers who have gone on to represent us well in the world musical scene. Thank you, Broadway kids. Thank you, Columbus Children's Chorus. Thank you, Sandra Matthias. Thank you, David Weaver. And thank you, Eileen Houston, for making our evening special. Next, I would like to personally thank our chair for this evening, Willie Grové. Willie has worked unselfishly for the last 3 months to organize this event. The whole concept was his idea. He has given tirelessly of his time and resources to make this evening the success that it is. In fact, he was up till 4 o'clock last evening in finishing details for today. Billy, on behalf of all of us, thank you. Now I would like to call on the Ohio District co-chairs for the IDD project, past Governor Bill Sharp and Dave Mathias. It gives me great pleasure to present to you this check for $10,000, which represents the profits from this evening's benefit. This brings our actual total money, which have been given by the Columbus Kiwanis Club, to $50,000. The Kiwanis Club of Columbus is proud to be a major donor to fight to rid the world of IDD.
Dan, David and I are very honored to accept this check for $10,000 this evening for the Kiwanis Worldwide Service Project, Iodine Deficiency Disorders. And we'd especially like to thank the Columbus Children's Choir and Broadway's kids for the excellent performance this evening. What a wonderful example of children helping children. Earlier this evening, we heard Billy tell us that it takes a nickel's worth of iodine to help a child or an adult for a year. We know that there are some 600 million children in 109 countries around the world who suffer from iodine deficiencies. And the beautiful part of this check this evening, this performance by these youngsters, is that we will help 200 million children around the world. We want to thank the performers, we want to thank the people who caused this performance to come about, and thank you in the audience for attending. Thank you, and God bless each and every one. Thank you.
Will you love it? For it's Siyahamba. There's a sad sort of playing from the clock in the hall, and the bells and the people too. And up in the nursery, an absurd little bird is calling out to say cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. Regretful he may tell us, oh dearly they would tell us to say goodbye to you. So long, farewell, I'll be here saying goodbye. I hate to go and leave this pretty sight. So long, farewell, I'll be here saying adieu.
Adieu, adieu.